This week we're going to be focusing from a nutrition perspective on tracking your calorie intake. Okay, so obviously understanding how much energy you're putting into your body on a day-to-day basis is really important if we're going to start generating both weight loss and fat loss results. Now, in order to do that, we need to first of all download the app called Myfitnesspal. So if you don't already have access to Myfitnesspal, please go to the App Store or Google Play and download Myfitnesspal. You can create an account for free. Okay, so that's the most important thing, that you create a free account on this app. And when you load it up on your phone, you'll see that it brings you into the home screen here. As you can see already, I've got a calorie target set up. Don't worry too much about that just now. The first part of this challenge is just making sure we actually track how much energy you're consuming on a day-to-day basis. Okay, so in order to do that, we're going to use the food diary. So you can see on the bottom screen here, we've got diary second in from the left. So as you click onto your diary, that's now going to show up options for breakfast, lunch, dinner, all the snacks that you eat, and the water or fluid that you intake as well on a day-to-day basis. Just ignore the exercise for now. As you can see, I've already inputted a couple of different options for breakfast, but it's really simple. So just click onto the Add Food button, and then whatever you had for breakfast this morning, so let's say you had porridge oats, so just type in that specific food, hit search, and then you'll see you get a whole host of different oat options to choose from. So if there's a particular brand that you use, you can search for that particular brand. I'm going to use the little green tick here because I know that that food has been verified within the actual database. And I did actually have a 50-gram portion as well as part of my breakfast today. So all I'm going to do is just click on that tick on the box on the top right. And you can see that adds the porridge oats straight away into my breakfast option. And then you can add whatever other foods that you had at the same time. You do the same for lunch, you do the same for your dinner, any snacks that you have throughout the day, the water that you drink throughout the day. The most important thing is that you hit the complete food diary at the bottom when you've finished. That's going to allow the data that you put into Myfitnesspal then get dragged across into the 365 app as well. Now, in order to bring the data across from Myfitnesspal into the Bodyweight 365 app, we need to go into the More section here on the bottom right. We then, about halfway down the screen, want to scroll down to Settings. So click on to Settings, and then from here you'll see there are Profile and Diary Settings. So click on Diary Settings. Scroll about halfway down, you'll see Diary Sharing, so click onto that as well. Now, the important thing here is that in order for the 365 app to be able to drag your data across from Myfitnesspal, you need to make sure that your diary sharing is set to public. So if it's not already, click onto public, click the ticks on the top right, and that will allow 365 to bring across all of the food intake that you put into Myfitnesspal into the 365 app. So if we just leave Myfitnesspal for a second, and we go onto the 365 app, so click onto your app and load it up. And then from here, what we need to do is, so on the bottom right of the 365 app, you hit the More button. Once you hit More, you'll see your profile name, the amount of workouts that you've completed so far. And if you scroll down from there, you'll see the different app connections up and running at the minute. So click onto Myfitnesspal. When you click onto Myfitnesspal, you can see that my account's already connected. But if yours isn't connected, please hit the blue connect button. It's really easy to sync the two apps together. Again, there's just a little reminder to make sure that your diary is public so that the app can actually bring the data across and you can see it all in one place. And then I'd also advise that you actually turn on the diary syncing as well. So that means that all the individual foods that you put into Myfitnesspal will then be brought across into 365, and you'll be able to see all of that data in one place when you're reviewing things further down the line. So that's how you connect or set up and connect Myfitnesspal with the 365 app. And in this first week, all I want you to do is start tracking your food intake on a daily basis. Let's see what the numbers come up with first of all.